Hello, and welcome to Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. How's it going? Today, we're going to do a WIP and chat and hang out for an hour or so. Alright, gonna get some coffee here. Yeah, I worked all weekend, so yeah, I really couldn't get WIP and chats in, but now I'm shifting to nights this coming Wednesday, but we'll see. Alright, but we're working on Diamond Art Club's I Am by Ravine Fallon. Alright, let's drag in here, getting close to the top. Round, 28 inches by 28 inches, 51 centimeters by 71 centimeters, 29 colors, and 2 ABs, 129 and 137, and AB stands for Aurora Borealis, and they're just a sparkler type of drill that just accentuates certain details of a canvas if they're included. There may or may not be some canvases that have ABs, and they might be called something different depending on which diamond painting company you're familiar with. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, basically ABs most of the time that I've heard, but I'm sure there are a couple different companies that have different names, but they mean the same thing if they have them. Oh, excuse me. Alright, we're working on 321, just like a red. Yeah, just a dark red here. Alright, so we'll just dive right back in. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Yeah, I worked, but yeah, it's a pretty good weekend anyway. Went by pretty quick, so. Alright, let me move this down a bit. Okay. Alright, I'm looking for a capital Y in this canvas. Okay, we'll start here. Yeah. So yeah, pretty routine work week. Watched baseball with my dad in the evenings. On the weekend there. He likes the Toronto Blue Jays. Yeah, I'm Canadian, so yeah, doesn't mean I don't like any other teams, but yeah, we watch Blue Jays games because he follows the Blue Jays. I think they're technically in a playoff spot. Got one of the 2 remaining wild card spots, so I keep hearing, but yeah. I think they were tied with a New York baseball team. So, I don't know what happened there exactly. They basically won all their games. Yeah, this past weekend. 3 games that I know of for sure, but yeah. They played a couple of games against the Orioles. Yeah, so I think I was like scaring my dad because I'm not really one to sit down and watch sports, like a whole like game. Technically, yeah, I was pretty close to watching the full game, minus 1 or 2 innings, but yeah. Think he's kind of like, what? This is weird. Yeah, I'm not a sports fanatic or anything. Like, I couldn't tell you a player's batting average or anything, but I don't know. Baseball's approachable, at least. Hockey, I just find it's just constant body checking or just scrapping just because, I don't know, sometimes, but that's not always the case, that is, but alright, I get another Y here. Yeah, Yeah, I'm just trying to see. Okay. Yeah. Y around here is pretty sparse, but it's in certain details on this dragon here. This is the back of the dragon's head. So, yeah. Yeah, I just kind of have to look carefully at the canvas to kind of get an idea. Yeah, I was watching a documentary and a made-for-TV movie this morning. Shortly after I got up. Yeah. Yeah, there are times where I can get sucked into TV. Yeah, when I really don't want to, but it's gotta have some time to relax sometimes, like just like that. So if I do something a little out of character, my parents just look at me funny. It's like, yeah, just every once in a while. It's like being kind of random. Tennis, I don't think I'll ever understand. The scoring and all that. But I think they start with a serve to the opposing player in a diagonal. It has to be diagonal from where they are. And then any return, like ball return, like hitting it back over the net, can be either side. But it has to be within boundary lines or something. The scoring, 15, 30, 40 advantage, sometimes deuce, which is a tie, I believe. And then, yeah, the deuce breaks, and then they have to get advantage again, like one of the players, and then a point. Yeah. And the first player to 6, I believe. 6 points in a set. Yeah, wins that set. And then there's like 5 sets. There can be up to 5 sets for men. And then women's tennis is best of 3, my dad was telling me. 3 or 4. Yeah, not a tennis expert, but yeah, watch some US Open tennis. There's just some times that you just watch something other than the news. Because, yeah, there's a federal election here in Ontario, September 20th, to elect a prime minister. Yeah, because Justin Trudeau called an election in the middle of a pandemic that nobody really wanted in the first place. So, yeah. I already voted. There was early voting, so I just went and did that. And I'm still seeing the political ads, attack ads. It's ridiculous. I just shake my head. Yeah, not really one for politics. Yeah, I just kind of voted. If it ends up being exactly what it was, a minority liberal government or whatever, it was deemed as a complete waste of time. But I don't know, the prime minister can dissolve government and call an election, I guess. Or if there's, I don't know, some sort of distrust or lack of confidence with the prime minister, Parliament can call for the dissolving of government, or shut down the government, or whatever, however that works. And yeah, they can trigger an election that way too. No confidence vote or something. I don't know. No matter what, it's ridiculous. It's just something people don't need right now, but they went ahead and did it anyway. We really don't need an election during a pandemic. And yeah, it's probably just going to be the exact same situation it was before all the fuss of this began. So yeah, and in turn, Canadian taxpayers pay for having to vote. Yeah, our tax dollars go towards calling an election, like paying for it. So yeah, enough people are having a rough time as it is with the pandemic, and then just to add to the stress and frustration of the everyday as it is, yeah, you gotta deal with all this election propaganda. Yeah, not fun. Yeah. Well, since I have the opportunity to vote, and I did, so yeah, have to kind of let Canada decide, the rest of the country decide what's going on. Yep, that's democracy. It's nice to have, but yeah, if it's not really solving the problems that Prime Minister is supposed to be dealing with in an ethical and responsible manner, then it's just perceived as a tedious waste of time when nothing's really being done in the first place to solve any problems. There are some issues probably beyond any prime ministers or government control. But yeah, for what can be done in Parliament and with a Prime Minister, yeah, I probably don't know the half of it. I don't know, somebody's not doing their job, then yeah. And anybody else that would go into the Prime Minister's position could probably only do so much as well, because it seems like you have to may have good intentions and all the aspiration in the world to do a whole bunch of things that you say you want to do, but yeah, there's a thing of building called the House of Commons, and the pass laws, and yeah, it's just unnecessary, annoying red tape. They can just stall stuff and watch ideas pass on. If government gets dissolved, or yeah, there's no agreement to an issue, then yeah, the issue kind of gets thrown out. And it has to be reintroduced as a bill or something again. So some stuff might get attention at the House of Commons, but sometimes follow through kind of suffers due to stalling or the extent of parliamentary process or democracy. Yeah, not happy stuff. But realistically, can everybody really be happy with everything? It's not, yeah, you can't make anybody happy in like really any kind of situation to an extent. Yeah, no matter what issue it is, it's, yeah, everybody's going to have a different opinion and feelings towards certain subjects or issues for sure, which totally makes sense. But yeah, we realistically can't make, not everybody's going to be happy or agree with what goes on, regardless what the issue is. So that makes it that much trickier, yet that's democracy. Yeah, for the people, supposedly, but yeah. Yeah, I don't go very far into political and religious stuff, but yeah, that's just a rough kind of what I know, a snapshot of Canadian politics. I took civics back in high school, but do I remember like any of it? Not really. I don't know. The Prime Minister speaks for Canada, is federal representative of Canada, and has a term, and every, man, how many, 4 years maybe? Or am I just thinking U.S. politics? Not sure what the term for a Canadian Prime Minister is. Every few years, we'll just say. I don't know the exact. I'd love to say 4, but I'm probably thinking U.S. For president, that is. For prime, yeah, I'm not sure what it is for Prime Minister. I don't know. There have been elections that government has been dissolved before, and elections have been called prematurely during a Prime Minister's term. Yeah. Yeah, hard to say. I'll say like 3 or 4 years. Yeah, just kind of a place marker. Just, yeah, rough. Yeah. I won't get too political. Like, I'll mention politics and some religious type stuff, but it's not going to be, okay, get your Bibles and turn to Romans something. No, just really surface stuff, top of the iceberg kind of explanations or observations. Yeah, nothing too deep here. It's not going to be like a Bible study or, yeah, become a Christian today. No. Yeah, it's pretty neutral stuff. That's kind of my background, Christian, but I'm not going to impose. Yeah, that's a personal choice. And yeah, who you vote for or what parties you like election-wise is also, yeah, a choice, personal choice, or opinion, or right to vote. Yeah, I think you have the right to vote, or you should, even though that's a tenuous issue as well, and some places. But yeah, any issues like that, religious or, yeah, politics, very surface. Yeah, not going to go too specific into any of those topics. So if they do surface from time to time, I'll try to be very mild with it, not over ice the cupcake. Yeah, because it's okay to not like either of those issues. Probably some of what I mention or talk about probably isn't anybody's cup of tea, but hey, that's fine. Yeah, just hanging out, spending time with the community is the main component of these WIP and chats, and color and chats eventually. But yeah, I kind of got sucked into this, as I've mentioned in the last couple WIP and chats. Not like I'm totally abandoning coloring, it's just it seems so much easier to come out here and hang out and chat for an hour, or just sit here and diamond paint for increments and have a quieter kind of hangout time. Yeah, I do that sometimes too, so yeah. Just yeah, there's some days where I'm just like, nah, I don't really nothing's really come to mind. Yeah, it's just kind of meditative to just kind of hang out here too. I usually do have like music or an audio book going if I'm not recording and still diamond painting, but yeah, the very rare time I will sit and just diamond paint. I don't know, it just seems like I have to have like music or something constantly, but it's not always something, yeah, that I do all the time. I don't know, everybody's different. Some people like having a TV show on, I've heard. Watching other WIP and chats. Yeah, and it's background noise. It's, yeah, you're sitting here diamond painting, so you're doing something with your hands or being creative. So, yeah, just to kind of have noise or company in a sense. Turn a WIP and chat on, or, yeah, turn a YouTube on, or music, or an audiobook, and, yeah, listen away. Not necessarily watching, but oh, that's perfectly fine. It's all good. Yeah, I just show the diamond. I just show the canvas. You'll see my hand and my diamond painting pen. Very rarely show my face, but I have shown my face in a couple of videos. Like, there's nothing shady about that or anything, so I don't know. I'm used to being on camera now. I admit I was a little nervous after a while of not being in front of a camera. But yeah, that's perfectly natural when you go to record yourself doing something, or yeah. Okay, I think that's all for Y. Yeah, if I missed one, I missed one. Yeah, there were a couple times where I missed like a patch of a color. And yeah, I just went back and yeah, that's normal. That's alright. If you do that, that's what I have the sticker sheet here for. Storage containers are labeled, so you can always go back and just put the drills down that you missed. Like, it can't really mess this up too much, but yeah, there are instances, yes, I agree, where there's a similar symbol and they're right next to each other, and yeah, you put the wrong drills down. That completely normal. That's, yeah, that's a little different, but just don't beat yourself up about it. Yes, it's a little bit of backtracking, but don't be discouraged. It has happened. yeah, there are some symbols which, yeah, aren't the greatest and probably shouldn't be beside each other or used on the same canvas, but yeah, it's okay to make a couple mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. At least you noticed it, so that's the important part. At least you caught it. Yeah, it is frustrating. Yeah, but yeah, it's okay. Take a break, take a deep breath. It's supposed to be a hobby. Yeah, it's frustrating, but yeah, I can always agree with that. But don't beat yourself up if something like that does happen. I have probably have a slight twinge of OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, when it comes to this kind of stuff. And at work, yeah, I probably have OCD. Yeah, double check and triple check stuff. And if I go do something for a couple minutes, get up and leave the canvas, I look back in my storage container. I just leave it here. There are times where I've put the container back and I'm like, what was I working on? And it's like, whoops. Yeah, so I've always left the container out here labeled. Yeah, I've shown these like hundreds of times, but yeah. DMC, color, I don't bother. I could theoretically like use the sticker sheet, but I'd have to cut the stickers apart with this sheet. It's an older canvas, so now DAC separates their actual stickers, like individual stickers, but that's okay. I really don't cut these sticker sheets up. I just keep them. After I'm done a canvas, I put this sticker sheet with the extra drills into small baggies, and that's how I dekit. Yeah, that's how I like doing it. Alright. So yeah, L. Okay, there's quite a few L's on here, so probably be symbol for a bit here. It's all good. 814. Alright, so on a reddish purple. Yeah, it's kind of like this dark red here. Reddish purple. Yeah. There's a lot. Yeah, this is the back of the dragon's head. This is like the neck. There's a horn here. Yeah. Horn's like pretty, yeah, at least 3/4 of it. And there's a top portion up here. Dragon's head, like the top, and night sky is basically the other half. The last two sections. So this is like my third last section technically. So I'll just go up. Yeah, do good portion of the head and some of the night sky, and then it's the last of the head and the night sky with the final section. So it's going to be a lot of dark blue in the upper left hand corner. Then that's this canvas. So oh well, taking my time, just hanging out, doing these whipping shots. There's no certain deadline or, yeah, I just come on here and have a time. Alright, I'll just move ever so slightly because I'll be in the bottom corner here. Alright, I'll just kind of try to do the scale kind of flow, which I've done in the past here. Just filling in symbols, it's just capital L. And yeah, let's go from there. So much easier because there are a lot of L's. in this part of the canvas. Yeah, once you get to like this dragon, yeah, has a lot going on. Color-wise. Lots of reds, oranges, yellows, blues. Yeah, this dragon's like the bulk of the color of the canvas to be blonde. Which is, yeah, makes sense. Dragon's the focal point. Dragon's like 3/4 of this canvas. There's not very much night sky in the background, even though it does look like a fair chunk. Not really. Like just a tiny strip up here along the top. And then, yeah, there was a good, yeah, I did a good chunk before previous section. And then, yeah, top left is going to be like the top left hand corner is going to be the most night sky in the entire canvas. And then voila, I have completed this masterpiece. Very beautiful dragon. Yeah, it doesn't matter how old your canvas is, or if you like working on the newer ones, just as long as you're having a good time working on your project. There's people working on Christmas themed canvases. It's a piece of art. It's a hobby. It's still a diamond painting. Like, people are working on Halloween ones. Well, drills and chills, which makes sense. Yeah, let's give them fall or, yeah, Halloween themed. Yeah, that's fine. You could be doing Halloween stuff on Christmas if you want to. Like, or the holiday season. Yeah, I say Christmas, but yeah. Holiday season would be accurate as well. As, yeah, other holidays besides Christmas isn't necessarily your holiday. But yeah. Yeah, I'll probably end up saying Christmas, but yeah, there are definitely other holidays for sure in that season. That's a given, but yeah. Hanukkah I know of. Yeah, Christmas, which I grew up with. It's just not as exciting now that I'm like older. It's kind of like, oh, Christmas. Okay, great. I don't know, we just don't get excited about holidays here. Now that, no, my brother has his own family. I'm just single, work all the time. I can get my own stuff. Like, I don't know, we're just easygoing, really. I am kind of Christian, but yeah, I can't say like fully fledged. I know of the religion. Yeah, my kind of discipline really isn't there as much, or the excitement or curiosity of Christianity is kind of went flat. Couple different issues there, but there are aspects that I do kind of appreciate and are inspired by, but yeah, I can't say that I'm 100% fantastic with Christianity. Yeah. Oh well. No, I was never meant to be perfect in the first place. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a saint by any means. Yeah. But agree, disagree. Yeah, it's just I've probably gone to church more than my parents have in the past few years. Oh. Yeah, we just do our own thing in the house. We're not like, okay, I go to church, but as always, I don't impose it on anybody. Yeah, don't like imposing my beliefs on anybody. Sure, if I have an opinion about something, yeah, I'll mention it sometimes. But yeah, kind of more of a listener, just kind of see how other people feel about certain issues. But yeah, if I like personally have a conviction about something or a belief, I generally keep it to myself, really. Just kind of let other individuals make that decision, what they believe in or have an opinion of. You know, that works for me. Kind of one who gives people space. Oh, I just let people do their thing, give them space. If people want to ask me about stuff, yeah, I'll kind of talk about it. But yeah, I'm not like gonna do like 50 questions and do like a 2020 interview for anybody. Like, if somebody wants to mention something personal or of an opinion, yeah, by all means, because they're initiating the request or, yeah, conversation. But I don't like just like prodding, asking people for that kind of information to divulge it. Kind of like a comfort kind of thing. Yeah, you just don't. Yeah, I just feel that you shouldn't go like willy nilly and just ask people about their personal lives. 100%. Just feels weird. Sure, if people ask me, yeah, I'll answer depending on what it is. But yeah, I'm not planning on writing a biography or anything. Or memoir. I think memoir is personal account. Biography is somebody else's account of someone. Yeah, wouldn't really have an exciting book. Pretty pretty calm life. So far, not very eventful. Sure, there are some components, but yeah, nothing like fighting a jaguar with my bare hands in the depths of a jungle or something. Like, nah. Pretty calm life, really. No, go to school, like public school, like high school. I don't know, have a couple of relationships. Didn't really go too far, but I got an idea of what a relationship was and what a relationship wasn't. Really didn't, yeah. Probably mentioned that a couple times. Yeah, nothing really, yeah. Just kind of like a quiet, yeah, just kind of observe the world kind of guy. Works for me. kind of keeps me out of trouble. Try not to draw too much attention to myself for the wrong reasons. But yeah. Yeah, I'm just like a casual observer. Yeah, that's kind of how I learn about other people, but I don't go people watching in the mall or whatever. Just don't sit on a bench and just like look at people all day. Nah. Just kind of what I experience just doing like errands and stuff. Yeah, the slight hello if not all the person around me seems to be friendly. I don't know, just say hello, but not like lean against the wall and just start a conversation about the weather or whatever. Yeah. Pretty like hello, and then just keep going. Yeah. Oh well, it's all good. Yeah, sometimes you just need usually a quick hello, and that probably makes somebody's day sometimes. It's a possibility, but yeah, I just kind of stick to what I'm doing. But yeah, if somebody does come mention things or tells me something, yeah, it just stays with me, between the person and I, individual and I. It's just okay. You told me, so it's not going anywhere. Thanks for letting me know, kind of thing, though. Yeah. Yeah, because usually, like, if something's bothering somebody or myself, talking about it or exploring it in a safe manner usually helps relieve tension or stress or anxiety in a situation. It's because you're realizing what it is, or you have a hunch of what is bothering you or upsetting you, and you're acknowledging it. So it's not really kind of just to yourself, it's known to somebody else, and they can just listen and help you reason it out sometimes. Or it's just you just have to mention it, and then yeah, it just goes away, or the issue settles itself. You no longer have that weight on your shoulders. That can probably be like one of the hardest things to do. Just sitting with somebody or just acknowledging something sometimes. That can be like the hardest, like just talking about something that's bothering you. Yeah, that's probably like the hardest step. May not be comfortable all the time, but I don't know. They say the truth will set you free. Yeah, most of the time. I think just acknowledging something or finding a way to deal with something, yeah, that will ease your mind as well. But yeah, not easy to do, but it is possible when you're personally ready to do that. Yeah, there might be times where you just need a nudge in the right direction if you're just totally on the fence. But yeah, usually it's better if you self-motivate yourself to acknowledge something or get something off your chest. But yep, there are circumstances where you may just have to get something off your chest to just be able to move forward. Yeah, even though it's not the happiest of feelings ever. But yeah, there are times too where it can be like the most refreshing thing you've done in a while. It just depends on what it is. Yeah, yet again, not getting specific, just iceberg surface kind of stuff. Yeah. So I'm not a kind of podcaster, not a radio host or therapist or anything, but yeah, I'm not a physician or anything, so just a regular guy. Yeah, I keep stuff bottled up. Yeah, some stuff for sure. Just because it feels like, yeah, nobody's really going to want to worry about some petty little problems or frustrations, everyday frustrations. Yeah, I kind of turned to meditate that way. I did try journaling a few years ago and did it. I did it for a bit, but it was just like lined paper in a binder. Yeah, no real, it's just what I felt like writing down at the time. Like nothing really, I don't know, if something like that's too structured, then it feels like there's limitations on my thoughts. So, but yeah, just lined paper, yeah, you have that blank page syndrome too. It's like, do I want to write down, or yeah. That just kind of fell off the wagon there. Yeah, I did try journaling, but yeah, it lasted for a bit. But sometimes I'd write like a couple pages, sometimes just a tiny little paragraph, and I close the binder. It's like, yeah. Now, psychology can be a very tenuous undertaking for some people. Yeah, or it's just something you pretty unnerving to explore your innermost thoughts. Yeah. But yeah, there are times where it's probably for the best. Like, you'll feel tons better if you do look deep inside yourself. But yeah, not easy. Probably not the most pleasurable kind of thing as well, depending on what you are thinking about or looking into. Yeah. I don't think it was meant to be 100% easy, ever. Try picking a drill up with tweezers here. I could imagine doing a whole canvas with tweezers. But yeah, I do a drill with a tweezer every once in a while. Just to kind of pick them up off the adhesive, that's about it. yeah, my mom always said when I was younger, or now, save your money because you'll probably need a therapist. So some days I go, what the heck does that mean? And other days are like, yeah. Kind of makes sense. But yeah, just asking for help is, yeah, scary, terrifying, depending on what it is. But yeah, there's help out there for any issue, I'd imagine. So yeah, maybe scary or terrifying to ask for help, but yeah, it's like one of the hardest steps to do in any kind of situation. Yeah, asking somebody for help, but yeah, it may be very well what you need to do sometimes, or yeah, get somebody to help you or something. Yeah, get you to a better state of mind or a better place in your life. To find a stabler aspect of happiness or, yeah, guidance in life. Yeah, asking for help isn't necessarily for something bad or traumatic, but yeah, it can be for anything really. Yeah, asking for directions if you're lost or whatever is an aspect of asking for help. I don't know, if you're new to an area or never been to a particular town or something and you just have like a very rough Google map of where you're supposed to be going, like, yeah. It's probably the best bet to ask a local, get like a direct answer because you're physically there. Yeah, ask for directions. That map got you to where you are now, but yeah, it may be an older map, but the highways or path to which got you there hadn't changed, so you're that far, but yeah, just asking for that extra insight or guidance, yeah, will get you to where you need to go. So yeah, that's another aspect of asking for help, not necessarily in a personal and life-altering event kind of way. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of saves future frustration and, yeah, gets you to where you need to go faster, in a sense. Yeah. Yeah, I think people just like, in general, kind of dread asking for directions. They'd rather just like have a GPS handy. Yeah, just a really specific map or something, like really exact directions kind of thing, instead of like just having to randomly ask somebody on the street, hey, where's this place? Yeah, a couple of weeks ago now, I had like a bike, like a biker. I probably mentioned this. A biker just come up to me at an intersection, like a traffic intersection, and I was about to cross the crosswalk at the intersection, and this biker stops and says where's the nearest convenience store, so, or gas station, I think it was. Yeah, it had a bike, but yeah, it was the one in town here that I go to get gas. Yeah, I mentioned that one. Yeah, and off you went. There's probably one closer, but I always just think of that one. I just usually like going to that one that I always go to. Because, yeah, I filled up at one other gas station in town, and I just kind of got nibbled at by the cashier there. Just wasn't friendly and exciting. Just because you don't want to be there doesn't mean you kind of snap at me because I'm paying for gas. It was really, I hate those kind of situations where somebody's snippy at you, doesn't really want to be at work. Yeah, it's just, that bugs me a little. Yeah, but I feel the same way sometimes, like just days where I'm just like, I really don't want to go to work. But yeah, I keep that to myself. I don't really be like, ugh. Kind of share that with other people. I can be dismayed or disappointed or upset that I have to go to work, but that's my problem. It's my issue. I just get in the car and go to work anyway. Like, yeah, if I have a crummy day while I'm there, yeah. Whoops. Okay. I knew walking in that I wasn't going to have perfect days all the time. Stuff does happen, so stuff that's beyond my control. All I have to do is figure out how to deal with it at the time, and just do my best to get back up and running again, or getting to some sort of consistency or normalcy. Yeah, there's that normal word again. I don't like the word normal anymore. It's just not a word I like anymore. Because, yeah, a lot has happened in this year and so many months. 9 months now. COVID, yeah. Thousands of people have passed on, and the news is saying hopefully everything gets back to normal soon. Normal routine. It's not going to be normal for thousands upon thousands of families around the world. It's just not going to be another day. That kind of irks me a bit. Yeah, one person's perception of normal is totally obliterated at this point. Or they say new normal, but yeah, kind of like a crumpled or a sheet of paper analogy, where once you crumple a crisp, brand new sheet of paper, you're not going to be able to flatten it to exactly what it was before. So, yeah, change. Change for the better, change for the worse. Yeah, it's all the same. Yeah, change is, yeah, something that's completely different, and you have to readjust your life or your viewpoint for. Yeah, and just trying to say back to normal is just not, yeah, it's not realistic anymore. It's really not, yeah. That's really a tricky word at this point, normal. Yeah, and in just some instances. Yeah, who knew a word such as that would just kind of put somebody off, so off kilter at this point. Now, it's kind of like yeah, taking what was for granted. Like, this is the way it's supposed to be, and after this COVID is all over, it's just going to go back to what it was. And, yeah, and then they say normal again. It's like, no. Not quite. Don't think it's going to be a photocopy of what it was before. Definitely not. Yeah. I could go on for a good chunk about some of that stuff. Yeah, but if you can visualize a piece of paper in general, it's a flat, crisp piece of paper, etc., etc. Doesn't matter what color, etc. And you crumple that up and try to flatten it back down again, you're not going to have that same crisp piece of paper. There's going to be creases, tears, well, depending on how you crumple it up and what happened to it. Because it could get tears in it when you try to unfold it or uncrumple it and flatten it. You don't know what's going to happen to that piece of paper, but you basically had crumpled it up. So it wasn't what it was before. It's still a piece of paper, but now it's a crumpled, messed up, not flat piece of paper. But yeah, I think we just hit the hour. Yep. Okay, so you've been watching Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. As always, I put my Facebook profile name, my Facebook business page, Echoes of Color, and my Instagram down below in the description, below the video here. So yeah, no matter what craft you're working on, hobby, etc., have a good day. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Laters.